Greetings, everyone, from Corpus Christi Catholic Church. We are here like every week having the interview of the week. And I'm so glad and happy to be with all of you. We receive a lot of feedback, and we continue. We continue introducing people that are with us, working with us, and doing things in society. Today, we have Giselle Rios. And Giselle, you know her because she is singing at the masses at 9 o'clock and also at 11, English and Spanish. Giselle, welcome.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
Thank you for having me here.
Sure. And Giselle, you are from, you look like from Spain, you look from United States, you look from Cuba. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, but my parents came from Cuba when they were 15, 16. They were on the Peter Pan expedition that came, and they came to different high schools throughout the United States. And then before that, my grandparents are from Spain.
They're from Spain?
Yes.
And the program is Pedro Pan.
Yes.
And both of them were in the...
Both.
Don't tell me. Well, can you tell, and maybe you can direct to that camera, can you explain what Pedro Pan is all about? Because people don't know about it.
Well, in the early 60s,
Yes.
1960s in Cuba, the archdiocese there got together and they created a program, and they
With
spoke
the archdiocese
with the
of Miami.
archdiocese here, and 14,000 children came. And both my parents at the time, they were kids, they weren't together, but they knew each other. And your parents were told by the Catholic schools.
Yes.
They told their parents that the textbooks were being changed,
Yes.
and that they really believed that this was a project that they had to go through. And I think it's very courageous of my grandparents that they sent their children, and the different schools around the United States accepted them, and it was an all organized program, a beautiful program.
And you know that many of the members of the Pedro Pan, they are successful business persons, they are in universities, they are mayors, and
yes.
it's amazing, no?
Amazing, very educated.
Do you know, Giselle, that I was involved in that program, and I was 19. I was 19, and I was involved in Spain. In Spain with Father Menéndez as well, and I was involved with 4,000 children.
That went to Spain?
We went through Spain. We don't talk about it, but it was through Fray Camiñas, he's a priest, a Franciscan priest, and we took also 5,000 kids, and I was in charge during the summertime with them, but I was 19.
Right.
They were 16,
they were
and they were
16,
14,
14, right?
and very, very little kids, and we were in it was a compound outside Madrid, and every summer I went twice with them, and in part my presence here in Miami is because of that program of Pedro Pan.
Pedro Pan. It's a very special program.
Very, very special program.
And in fact, the 14,000 files are kept at the Barry University Archives Library. So each student...
I remember one time that we went to look for the name of your parents or grandparents.
My mother's...
Your mother.
Yes.
Amazing.
And there it is. It's in there.
But Giselle is here not to talk about the Pedro Pan program, but it was nice to hear that story. Giselle is the director of music, English-speaking music here in the parish, together with Javier. And Giselle also is the director of the program at Barry University.
Yes.
And also you are full-time professor over there?
Yes, for over 20 years.
Yes, okay. And how started, because it's a vocation to be a musician, you sing beautifully. And how do you started with that program?
How did
singing.
I start? Singing. My mom says that I sang before I spoke, that I would sing as a baby. And
Really?
But realistically, the sister, the nun, the IHM nun at Immaculate Conception in Hialeah, which at the time, I always say that the IHM nuns were educating a culture. They were educating the Cubans and the Cuban Americans at that time. And Sister Regina was my music teacher, and she selected me in elementary school to do all the solos, and she guided me.
She already saw your talent.
Yes, she did.
And also you are part of the program Martha Mary concerts here in our parish that is so successful.
Yes,
and I want to congratulate you about it. At the end of the program, we are going to have something that you had done through this pandemic.
Yes.
That has been so nice. I want to congratulate you. And I want to thank you for your presence every Sunday together with Javier. During the pandemic, you have been present at the Masses at 9 and 11, and we receive so many praises because you are a duo, a perfect duo, and you combine the music in English and Spanish so well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But also you are part of a program that is sponsored precisely by Martha and Mary Concerts. Mm-hmm. And I would like you to tell us a little bit, because it's a very special program, and it's very dear to me. I don't know why it's very dear to me. So tell us a little bit about it.
For 2 years, we were in a program providing a special music program for the Natural Bridge special needs children with autism. And we started with a small program, only 2 grades, 4th and 5th grade, which I would visit them probably once a month. Mm-hmm. And then this past year, we increased it to include kindergarten through 5th grade. And what I do is I introduce at a high level very basic music skills. And they develop a ear, and children with autism, perhaps many of them have a speech problem. Mm-hmm. And we found that through singing and through ear development of singing and pitch recognition, their speech became better. Mm-hmm. So it was very exciting. I introduced opera to them. They sang back to me. And what we did was, at the conclusion of the year, when the pandemic started, we continued the program by providing them with virtual lessons that they were sent to their homes with their family, and then their families hopefully did it with them, and some of them did react and say that they loved it, and the principal was very happy.
Well, amazingly, many people don't know about this program, and it's been sponsored also by the school department here in Miami-Dade, or
by the Cultural Affairs and Children's Trust. Yes, it's through a grant.
Yeah. Okay.
And it is part of the outreach for the Martha Mary concerts that we're in, and we started as a little thing, but it's really gone much bigger, and the children responded very well. So we hope to expand this year too.
And is that true that the kids with autism respond in a different way when they have music?
Yes, because it reaches a different part of the brain, and what you want to do is connect the brain, and music therapy is very important. Yeah. It's a healing. And it also is the melodic intonation, which is what I do, which is singing to them, brings them to listen and to be able to reach. 2
years ago, I was following a program in America Got Talent, and the winner was a kid that was actually blind and autistic, and when he tried to talk or speak, couldn't explain. Yes. But when music was sounding, it was amazing. The difference, and he won the contest.
Yes, it's very remarkable, because they could be very extremely focused in music, and it organizes their system. So, what started out as something fun and nice really became very important. Yeah. And we're hoping to keep going and expand.
One of the things that we want to do, and you are going to direct, is precisely we want to promote music. And we want to promote classical music being performed by young artists. And it's going to happen right here in our parish. And I want to thank you for saying yes to the program.
Yes.
It was okay.
I'll say yes officially.
You signed the contract.
That's right.
And Giselle wants to promote always music and as well Javier, that is our director of music here in our parish. And we want to promote not only popular music, but also classical music.
Yes, it's very important to know the European tradition and to appreciate it. It just aesthetically brings you to a different level. You may like it, but for 10 minutes, it's good education, and I'm passionate about education. I'm passionate about what music can do for a lot of people. Just like your sermons may open their heart, so does music. And music is a way to reach people.
Well, this program is going to start right away, and we have already tapings, and sometimes it's going to be live from here, and also from La Merced, depending the type of music that we are having. If it's piano, will be from La Merced. We have another studio in La Merced, and very soon we are going to have this program just taking off. And Giselle, I want to thank you. But before we say goodbye to our listeners, I would like, you have done something that I saw online, something about the pandemic, some reflections during the pandemic. Would you, and with this we are going to say goodbye to our listeners, but I would like to tell me, explain a little bit, what are we going to watch right when we say goodbye?
Okay, well, first of all, I'd like to thank you and Corpus Christi, because during the pandemic, when everybody is isolated, especially in the beginning when we were very isolated, I really found family here. And I am a person, I need to give back always, and when they take away your teaching, they take away, a lot of your social friends and what your outlet, which was music, it was a wonderful place, and not only that, but everybody here is wonderful. And you really opened your arms, and I thank you very much for the family feeling that I got and that you continue to be.
Thank you.
And in the beginning of the pandemic, I was in my studio, which is in my garage, and I said, I have to do something, because I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, but what I have is I have my music. And so I spoke to my pianist, and I said, I need you to record a couple things because we couldn't be together. And they always say when everything shuts off, you find your window, you have to find your way to create. And I felt so many things had happened that I needed to create something. So I made these visual, just short videos of combining, it was Holy Week. And I said, okay, what is our Holy Week? This was happening, it was our pandemic, but our people that were the nurses, the doctors, the popes.
And I remember here, we were having our services without people.
We started in the Merced, remember? Yes, and we started.
It was amazing.
And everybody didn't know what to do, and now we're much better at it now. But everybody was trying to do something, because you still felt like you had to create, and you had that Holy Spirit creativity in you. So I made these little videos with Andrés Cárdenas, the violinist, and we alternated songs, and I hope you enjoy them too. It's the reflections, really.
Andrés, violinist from what orchestra? Tell us.
Well, he was a concert master at Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra, and he is the director of strings and orchestra at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh.
He's in Pittsburgh right now. But we say hello to Andrés.
Yes.
Okay? Hello from me and hello from Giselle. And so with that, we are going to say goodbye, but you are going to listen that reflection at the end of this program. So thank you. Thank you for helping us to go through this pandemic with these reflections and these tapings that they were done a couple of months ago. And with that, we say goodbye to all of you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, Giselle. And may God bless you all the time. Bye-bye. See you next week.